Hey guys, alright, here is a Nordic deck profile. First we have two super nimble mega hamsters. Uh, it's a flip summon. You can special summon one level 3 or lower beast type monster from your deck to face down defense position. Use these to get Raikos, which you need 3 of. 3 Raikos. When it's flipped face up, you can destroy any card in the field, but you have to destroy the top 3 cards of your deck. Then we have 3 Tank Adjusters, 3-star Beast. Then we have 3 Lajolf of the Nordic Alpha, 4-star Fortune Attacker. Then we have 3 Dan Grisner of the Nordic Beasts. If this guy is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can summon 2 tokens. You need 3 of these. Then we have 1 BLS, Blackluster Soldier. There's a lot of light and dark monsters in this deck, and there's some earth monsters as well. But mid game, late game, if you get this, it's a really good card. Strong attacker, good effects. As of September, you can use them. I don't know if they're going to ban him again. They probably will, but for now you can use them. Then you have 1 Mara of the Nordic Alpha. You need 1 of these just to summon Loki. I only have 1 in my deck. You can have more if you like Loki. I don't really like Loki. His effect is not as good as Thor or Odin, but I still have 1, and his effect is pretty good too. You can synchro, like straight from your hand, summon this guy. You have 2 Nordic monsters in your hand, and you can summon. Then we have 1 Vanitas. Some people use 2, some people use 3. I only use 1. You don't really need more than that. You need this guy for Odin, and 2 Valkyries. These guys are for Odin as well, and their effect is pretty good. If you don't control any cards and your opponent has a monster card out, then you can summon this guy, and if you have 2 Nordic monsters in your hand, you can use them as 2 tokens. It's a pretty good effect. So I have 2 of them. Then we have 3 Gullfax of the Nordic Beasts, 4-star tuner used for Thor. Now for traps. 1 Golden Apples. You don't really need this for Nordic deck, but I like it because it's an awesome card, so I keep it in this deck. If you don't have a monster out and your opponent attacks you, you can activate this card, and you basically take no damage, because whatever damage you take, it just gives it straight right back to you, and then it gives you a token with the attack and defense of the monster that attacked you. So say Blackluster Soldier attacks you with 3000 attack, you get a token right off the bat with 3000 attack and defense, but it's a 1-star. So this card is pretty powerful. It can be used in any deck. Then we have Deep Prison. I just have 1. It's a staple. Mirror Force. Solemn Judgment, just 1. You pay like half your life points, so you can negate pretty much anything. It's great to protect one of your big guys, like Thor, Loki, Odin, Blackluster Soldier, whatever. And then we have 3 Fetters. These cards are good. It gives you a lot of search power. You can pretty much grab any Nordic monster from your deck to your hand. Now for spells. Monster Reborn, Smash and Ground, Dark Hole, 2 Forbidden Lances. These cards are really good. They can protect any of your strong synchros, and they're pretty pricey. They're like $10 each, but it's worth it. Then you got Pot of Avarice. You shuffle 5 of your monster cards from your graveyard back into your deck, and then you draw 2 cards. It's a really good card. If you get it late game, if you get it in the beginning, it's kind of a dead draw, but it's it's worth hanging on to, worth keeping in your deck. Then 2 Pots of Duality. You can have 3, but 2 works just fine. Heavy Storm and 2 MSTs. Now for the extra deck. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This card is really good. It has 2100 tech. If it dies and goes to the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points to bring it back. The effect is that if your life points are higher than your opponent's, you add those life points onto this guy's attack. So if you are at 8,000 life points, your opponent is at 5,000 life points. This guy gains 3,000 attack, so he will be at 5,100. But if your life points are lower than your opponent's, then this guy loses attack equal to that amount. Then you have 1 Z-Man, the Ape King. Then 1 Orient Dragon. You summon this guy if your opponent has a Synchro Monster out. This guy's effect is that you can banish your opponent's Synchro Monster, just 1. So use it only if your opponent has a really strong Synchro Monster out that you really can't beat. Oh yeah, this card is pretty pricey. It's like 30 bucks on eBay. I'm not really sure if it's worth that price, but it does come in handy. Then you have 1 Black Rose Dragon. You summon this guy, you nuke the entire field. So if you're in a bad position, your opponent has a lot of monsters on you, a lot of back rows, just summon this guy and you'll nuke the field. Then you have 1 Trishula. Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. This guy's worth about 50 bucks. Luckily I got this out of a booster pack. You summon this guy, you can destroy 1 monster in your opponent's, or 1 card on the field, 1 card in your opponent's hand, and 1 card in the opponent's graveyard. Remove them from play. Then 2 Stardust Dragons. Pretty powerful card. 2 Colossal Fighters. 1 Loki, just for the hell of it. 2 Odins. This is your main guy. He's really powerful, really strong. Probably don't need 3, but you could stick a 3rd one in there. And then 2 Thors. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. Leave some comments and give me some feedback.